Season 26 weapon tier list. Let's get right into it. First, we're going to start with the care package weapons because they don't fall into the normal pool loot. So we're going to go with Kraber first, P20 second, Triple Take third. Today we're starting off in D tier because I don't think any weapon right now in Apex is actually a full F tier. But for the D tier, we're going to start with the Rampage. Now I know when you get a Thermite, it turns into an absolute beast, but we're going off their base performance. Next, the Longbow is pretty similar. Yes, you can get Skull Piercer on it, but it doesn't do enough damage in its base value to give you any kind of benefit. And then rounding off D tier after terrorizing Apex for a full season, the Mozambiques are going at the end of D tier. Starting off in C tier, we have a classic that's not doing a ton of damage right now, but it's still fun to use, the R301. Next, we have the Spitfire. I've had some moments with this gun this season, but it's not super great right now. Next, we have the EVA 8, which I think is actually a pretty good shotgun right now, but there's just two shotguns that are better than it in the current state. Next, we have my favorite sniper, the Sentinel. It's really fun to use, but you need to have a lot of cells in order to use it for the entire game. Next, we have the Bocek, and it's good in its base, and when you add the grenade, it's actually really good. I think it's just kind of hard to use at times. Next, we have the Havoc, and it's pretty decent right now, but with no turbocharger in sight, it's not really beneficial. Rounding off C tier, we have the Alternator, and before the dropships, it was good early game, but it doesn't really have any use anywhere else. Starting off in B tier, we have the Flatline, still a good gun, not really in the meta currently right now, so it's going in the middle of B tier. Next, we have the Wingman. No complaints from me. You can get Skull Piercer just by doing damage, but it's not really in a current meta state right now. Next, we have the second best shotgun, the Mastiff, and while it's decent right now, there's an obvious better choice in the shotgun pool. Then we have the Car SMG, a sub that I actually like using more than the R99, but I understand that the R99 is actually better right now. Next, we have the Devotion, and in its base, it's kind of average right now, and if you get the attachments for it to get the turbocharger, it's absolutely insane. Next, we have the L-Star, similar to the Devotion, but without all those attachments, it's actually better than Devotion in its base kit. Rounding off B tier, we have the Prowler, and it's really good in its burst state, but if you get the Select Fire, it's absolutely ridiculous. Starting off in A tier, we have the Hemlock, and you'll notice in these higher tiers, we're using a lot of pokey weapons, and the Hemlock fits that very well. Next, we have the Volt SMG, which is actually my favorite SMG because it's the most forgiving out of all the subs. But just above the Volt SMG, we have the R99. Its TTK is absolutely insane as long as you hit your shots. Then we have the best AR in the game right now, the Nemesis, very similar to the Hemlock, but you get the extra bullet and the charge up, which makes it way better. And then rounding off A tier, we have the Charge Rifle, which is absolutely terrorizing Apex right now, especially if you get the Select Fire. And then to the Holy Grail, the S tier, we start out with the RE45, the new and improved version, and it is absolutely terrorizing right now. Then we have the best shotgun in the game, and people are complaining about it a lot, the PK, which will hit for 108 dead in the chest. Then rounding off S tier, we have two marksman rifles, the G7 Scout and the 30-30 Repeater. The G7 allows you to shoot a little bit faster, but the 30-30 is going to have that Skull Piercer.